Hello, everyone. Let's continue zOS enterprise computing. Today, we will study JCL statement and parameters, and then we will have hands-on lab. JCL is a set of statements that you code to tell zOS operating system about the work you want to perform. JCL stands for Job Control Language. Okay. Although this statement set is quite large, most job can be run using a small subset. Today, we will look at the essentials and most frequently used JCL statement and the parameters. This is an example JCL file. JCL statement consists of 5 types of field. They are first one started with double slash like this. 2 forward slashes are required at the beginning of column 1 and 2. Next is name field. This is called the name field, and here it is also called the name field. Name field is optional, start at column 3. Maximum it can be 8 characters. And next is operation field. I will change to pen. Operation field, like here is operation field, this one is operation field. Indicate operation that is to be performed. And then next is operand field. Operand must appear after operation field. So that's operand field. That's operand field. And then comments. Comment begins one space after last operand, or double forward slash followed by asterisk. So these are comments. Or, for example, after last operand, here separated by space, then you can have comments. All right, these are 5 type of field in JCL file. All right, first job statement. Look at here. This is the job statement, and then job name in this case KC02720. It can be 1 to 8 characters long, and then followed by account info, and all these are called keyword parameters. Okay, keyword parameters, and like a message level, message class, or notify, and then this part is a program name. It can be 1 to 20 characters long. And then this is actually, this is a job card. Okay, let's look at the class. Message class, message label, notify. Let's look at those keyword parameters. Class syntax is here. Class equal to job class. The valid value is alphabetic characters A to Z or 0 to 9 for this value. And the message class syntax is here. And then valid value is alphabet A to Z or number 0 to 9 for this class name. And then message level syntax is message level equal to statements message. And then valid value for statement is 0 or 1, 2 for statement. And then for message, it can be 0 or 1 for here. And then next is priority syntax. Here, this should be PRTY, and then here's value. Okay, that's a mistake. So priority, the value is from 0 to 15 to here. Priority, and then next are type run. Okay, type run, that's the syntax. And then type run can be hold. Hold means job held until further notice. Or it can equal to scan. Scan means check JCL for syntax checking. And then next is notify. The syntax is here. Notify equal to user ID or unpassant sys user ID. Okay, here on unpassant sys UID means user ID from which the job has been submitted. And all right, next is step leave. Step leave tells in which dataset the program resides. Syntax is like this. All right. Next is exec statement. This statement is used to run a program. The syntax for exec statement is here. That's a step name. User determine this name, and then exec, then program, user want to run which program, and then followed by keyword parameters. Okay, so this is user determine, determine. Okay, user determine step name, what program to run. And the next is region parameters. Region parameter specify the amount of space should be used at the time of running a job. The syntax is here. Region equal to value unit is kilobyte or value megabyte. Next, condition parameter. Each step sends a return code to system upon completion. This is called the condition code. Condition code. Condition parameter is used to control the execution of subsequent job steps, depending on condition code that is returned from prior step. The syntax for condition parameter is here. Conversion code condition, or conversion code condition step name, even or only. Here for this condition, it can be greater than and equal, less than and equal, not equal. All right, this is a JCL example. For example, it first run COBOL compiler, exec. So the step name is called COBOL. And then next run a link. This is a linker, and then the step name is LKED. The region is 200 megabyte, and the condition is 8 or less than COBOL. What does that mean? It means if this COBOL or step return code is less than 8, then it will run this step. Okay, This condition determines whether it will run this step or not. If the return code of this step is less than 8, and then it will run LKED step. All right, next is time parameter. This parameter is used to specify the amount of CPU time that a job or job step is permitted to utilize. And the syntax for time parameter, the unit can be minutes or seconds. Next, data definition statement. DD statement identifies the source of input and placement output information. All right, this is the syntax for data definition statement. Data definition and DD name space DD then space positional or keyword parameters. For positional parameters, they are here: asterisk, data, dummy, dynamic. Okay. For keyword parameters, they are listed here: DSN, dataset name, disposition unit, space, DCB volume. All right. Next is disposition parameter. Disposition parameter here. So this parameter syntax is like this. Okay, this equal parentheses start and abnormal. This means when the job start, or it can take these values. When the job end, it can take those values. And then when the job are finished abnormally, then it can be these values, okay? Here, new means resource must be created, a new allocation of data set. Old, resource exists and the exclusive use is required, old. And then SHR, resource exists and must be shared with other requests. MOD, modify. Data set exists and the record to be added at the end or new data set to be created. Delete the resource when program run to completion. Keep resource when program complete. Catalog, CATLG, catalog. Catalog, update catalog system to locate a dataset in the future. Uncatalog, update catalog system, remove location of resource. Pass the resource to a subsequent JCL step. Here is a step. Next, unit parameter. In IBM mainframe environment, all devices have an address assigned to them at the time they are added to the system. Devices can be referenced using these addresses. Unit parameter is used to this address. The syntax for unit parameter is here. Unit equal to SYSDA or unit equal to SYSARRDA. Here, data sets are stored on DAST disk. DAST stands for Direct Access Storage Device or tapes of the mainframe. SYSDA stands for System Direct Access. SYSODA means all direct access device. All right, space parameter. The syntax for space parameter is here. Space equal to parentheses, cylinder, primary, secondary, directory, and then release, config, mixig, round. All right. Here, instead of this CYL, we can also use track, TRK for track, or block. Okay. Track means requires space in tracks. Cylinder, CYL requires space in cylinders. BLK, block, requires space in blocks. Then this primary. Primary means storage to be allocated at the time of dataset created. Secondary is additional storage to be allocated if primary storage is not sufficient. Then directory. Directory means a space for recording of name and the location of partitioned dataset. Release. Request for release of unused space after completion of a job. Config. Request for contiguous space. MXIG. Request for large area of contiguous space. Round. Request for entire cylinder for storage of dataset. All right, that is space parameter. Next, DCB parameter. DCB stands for data control block. Okay, a data control block is a description of a dataset in a program. A control block is a data area with a predefined structure, very similar to C language struct. The syntax for DCB parameter is here. Okay, DCB equal parentheses, left parentheses, record format, record length, block size, buffer length, number of buffers. All right, look at this example, and DCB equal to record format is a fixed block, record length is 80, block size is 800, buffer length is 800, then number of buffers equal to 4. All right, next, concatenating dataset in JCL. We can retrieve 2 or more datasets and process them successively as a single sequential dataset. That is called concatenation. Okay, look at this example, JCL for this part. Okay, for input, okay, data definition, that's first one, and then here is a no name. No name, that means it is concatenated, okay, to here. So here has another input, and then here has another input. So these 3 statement is concatenated, okay? That's called concatenation. All right, next, CSIM parameter. CSIM parameter is optional keyword parameter. This is one of the ways to send the data to program from JCL. For example, for this syntax, sysin space dd space followed by asterisk. That means all these value will be the input, okay, sent from JCL to the program. And then this means what? This is the end. This forward slash followed by asterisk means end. All right. And so DD for asterisk means in-stream data. And then syntax tool for sysin is sysin DD data. This is a data set. Next is a sysout parameter. Sysout parameter is an optional keyword parameter which is used to display the output of JCL in the spool area or to an output class. The syntax for sysout is like this. Okay. DD name space DD space sysout equal to asterisk. In this case, sysout equal to asterisk denote that the output will be displayed in the class which is defined in message class. If you don't define message class, the system will use default. Okay, system will use default class. All right. Now let's look at the JCL example. This example JCL contains 2 steps. Step 1, it will do a compile. It will use this compiler. Input source code is this one, and then output is this one. Okay. Data set starting with double unparsed. This means temporary file. Okay. And then step 2, it will run linker. This is a linker. The input is output of this compiler. So that's the input. And then it will generate output. Output is executable. It will be saved under this. It is PDSE with record format equal to U. All right. And so this is an example JCL. And then we already learned this part. Okay, that's called the job card. We studied the message level, reading parameter, message class, parameter class, parameter, notify parameter. And that's comments. Okay, this is a name, and this step will give the name COBOL, and then it will run this compiler, reading parameter equal 200 megabyte, and then for step lib here, it is called concatenate. All right, and then we studied the sysprint equal to sysout, sysout equal to asterisk, and then this is sysin, and this here, this statement is comma, and then that means next line just continue here. Okay, so that's a sysin, and then we have a sys SYS UT1. We studied the unit parameter. Okay, unit parameter to SYS or DA we studied the space parameter, cylinder, primary, secondary, all right? And this JCL has SYS UT1 to UT15. And then this MDEC here, unit equal to this RDA, space, cylinder, primary, secondary. And then for this step is sysin is here. Sysin is this. This is a member. This is a source. This is source, and then this position is a share. So this compiler will compile this source code, and then where to save? Save to here. Save to here. This is a temporary. This is a temporary data set. And temporary data set. That's step one is COBOL, step one. And the next step is linker. Linker, that's a name, step name. And then it will run this linker, region parameter, condition parameter. We studied the condition parameter. And then these two lines called concatenate. And then we studied sysout, syslin, these two lines also concatenate, okay, concate. And sys load module is here. That means this linker will use this input. This input is generated from the compiler. It is a temporary data set. Temporary data set, when this job is done, it will be deleted. And then it will generate executable here. This position parameter is equal to share. All right, so when we run JCL code, or JCL, it generate this maxcc code. Maxcc code, the meaning of maxcc code is here. For example, 0000 means no error, no warning, the job is completed. Then 0004 means warning, the job is completed with warning and generate the result. If maxcc code is 008, that means cautions. The job might be completed, but the result might not be correct. That means caution. And maxcc code equal to 0012, it means error. Okay, the job cannot run. Maxcc code equal to 0016 means a severe error, the job cannot run. All right. After run this JCL, it will generate executable file from source code. And then this JCL is to run the executable. All right. So that's the job card comments, and then it will run. This is a step name. This step, we call it run. It will run this program. This program is stored here. And then disposition parameter equal to share. And then for this two line, here is a comma. Comma means next line continue from this line. All right, now hands-on lab. Before going to hands-on lab, I'd like to thank these three persons who made hands-on lab possible. All right, connected to zOS using Vista TN3270, log into TSO, user ID, password, Okay, now it's connecting to zOS. It will take 15 seconds. Again, zOS is running in Marist College in New York. We are located in Nashville, Tennessee. Now connected. And we will first look at the JCL and select number 2. And we are starting JCL. So we will try to look at the JCL code we use for the lecture. And let's try this one. And this is a JCL I use for the lecture. And yes, it contains this step is compiling step, okay, and then after compiling, it generate this temporary data set, and then next is the linker. This is a step name, and then linker will run this program. This is linker, and its input is this temporary data set generated by the compiler. Okay, by the way, compiler input is here. This is a compiler's input. Okay, it is a member located under this PDS. Okay, under kc02720.com.cobol. That's the source code. And then this linker will use this temporary data set and then generate this executable. All right, and then this position is shared. So we can try to run this program. I need to change this name because this file might exist. If this file exists, when I run it, it will generate error. So I just change the new name. All right. By the way, this dataset must be PDSE dataset with record format equal to U. And then now submit. Give a letter, for example, H. All right, submitted. And we can go to ISPF top. And look at here, max CC code equal to 000. That means no error, no warning. All right. We run first JCL code, no error, no warning. It already generate our executable. And where the executable is, it is located under here. Let's go back, select number 2, select load. Okay, we give the name this one. And this one is executable. That means we can run this executable file. And then it is generated from the source code. It is generated from the source code using compiler and the linker. And then next, how to run it? How to run it, we need another JCL file. All right, so go back. We can check a JCL. So, and yes, this one is to run. We have to write this JCL file. Okay. And EX3, I think the file name is D. Okay, we can confirm the file name, which file we need to run. We have to memorize. It is located under load, and run this one, rhw2d. We need to run JCL D. All right, now we can submit. And then, oh, maybe we have to save it. We have to save it and submit. Give a letter I. Okay, so max cc code equal to 000. That means it is executed. And then we can try to check the output execution result and find the case followed by I. So there are two files postfix with I. One of them is output. Let's check the first one. Select. Yes, that is output. Okay. All right, that's all for today. Basically, today we studied JCL statement. And then hands-on lab, we run two JCL files.